Hi, good morning. My name is Carlos Edwards, and welcome to Career Quest. I'm here with a amazing guest this morning. This is a Asheville native. This is a Ashevillean. This is someone that has his feet to the streets, that is always on the move, that is grinding hard, that has a amazing talent, can throw down in the kitchen, and cooks incredible food. Welcome to our show, Mr. Clarence Robinson.
Thank you,
Welcome.
thank you, brother. Yeah, I'm glad to be here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Appreciate
man.
the invite.
Oh man, I love it, man. It was a pleasure, man, having you in the classroom at Asheville High. The kids loved you. It was awesome, and them really getting that chance to see someone like a man of color, holding it down, cooking, making good food, and knowing that you are from Asheville, that you went to Asheville High. You have such like strong ties here, man. I love that, man. So with that said, when did you first know, right, that cooking would be your passion, that it was something that you could see yourself doing, and that it was something that you could see yourself making money off of?
Oh wow, yeah, that go way back, man. That's a very good question. So I was probably about 6 or 7 years old. I used to notice a lot of women in my family being the majority of the cooks,
Yeah, for sure.
especially like my aunt Irita. I noticed that she used to cook for not only like the family, but she cooked for the community. People would be dropping off eggs. She would get 20 carton of eggs, dozen eggs and chitlins and all kind of stuff,
Okay.
for the holidays. She was preparing for our family and other people's family.
Yeah.
And so I cling to that. I was up under her a lot in the kitchen
Mm.
watching her, of course the smell of food,
Yeah.
her letting me taste it,
Yeah.
And so as I got older, I was always curious, like, why I didn't see men cooking? Why I never seen men cooking?
Mm.
And I started seeing men like on television cooking, entertaining, you know what I'm saying? Emo Grassi,
Yeah.
different little guys like that started off on Food Network. And so I was, watching that, and I started experimenting myself, in the kitchen probably when I was probably about 8 or 9 years old,
Yeah.
eggs and different little stuff like that.
Wow.
But when I really wanted to jump off the porch when I went to Hawaii.
Oh, okay. Let's go.
Yeah.
Hawaii. Let's go.
Yeah, so I left Asheville. My first place I believe we traveled to went to was Hawaii and stayed in Hawaii.
Mhm.
And so there I got to experience a luau,
Yeah.
seeing men cook there. And the
Wow.
women in the tank kind of gave me like, okay, so men do cook, and
Different. Yeah.
it's different in the entertainment. And so that really pushed me to want to kind of get out there
Yeah.
early.
That's what's up, man. I love that, man.
Yeah.
So you kind of got like that whole vibe of like, hey, I see family doing it.
Yeah.
I see, strong women doing it,
Mhm.
holding it down. And then once you kind of made like that whole like trip and kind of went kind of like over those waters, going to Hawaii and then seeing them, really, really getting in, you really thought like, okay, I could see myself doing this.
Yeah.
Wow, wow, wow. So, from what I've read up on you, you kind of also kind of made a transition and you went to AB Tech. Shout out to AB Tech. They have one of the
Yeah.
biggest, food programs out there in the nation.
Mhm.
Um, you know, what was one of those early jobs kind of transitioning from AB Tech, then going into the whole work life force? What was one of those early jobs that really got your feet, wet into, cooking
Oh
and like,
wow. Yeah,
really doing it?
that's a good question, man. Amazing. So my brother's wife, Nicoletta,
Uh-huh.
she worked at Grove Park Inn Resort and Spa.
Okay.
And so they knew that I had a passion for cooking, and I was messing around. I really didn't have a real job because I was still, call myself grinding on the streets,
Yeah,
I
of
had.
course. Yeah.
And so they had an opportunity at Grove Park. I was like getting my GED or whatever. That she got me on. I went on at Grove Park as a banquet steward,
Oh,
not as a
okay.
chef, not as
Yeah.
a cook.
Yeah.
So And there they had opportunities at Grove Park where you could go and you could actually like work in the kitchen. You could help, help folks in the kitchen. So I was like, man, I'm gonna do that. I was helping them in the kitchen.
Yeah.
At the same time, I was working on my GED.
Yeah.
But I was still trying to figure out my next pathway, for my GED, because I was finishing up what I was gonna do. Robert Simmons pushed me, and Anthony Thomas, rest in peace, Robert Simmons. He's a big mentor, like a father figure.
Simmons, man.
Robert Simmons, shout out Robert Simmons.
Shout out Robert Simmons.
Everybody know about Mr. Robert Simmons.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was like, man, listen, you talented. I was at Life on Life Terms too, like transitioning my life, getting my stuff together.
Right.
So there I was cooking already at Life on Life Terms.
Yeah.
And so I was like, man, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and go into culinary school.
Wow.
So Grove Park Inn actually had a job fair at AB Tech when I was at school one day. And I said, let me go walk through it, and see who hired, see, which restaurants was hiring or whatever. Grove Park was in there. The executive chefs and the sous chefs seen me there, and they was like, wow, Clarence, what are you doing here? I had my chef outfit on, I could walk out that thing. You gotta walk out that thing to be seen. So I had my little top hat on. I go walking out that thing, and I walked past them at first. Yeah. And then they called my name. I go over there, and they said, look, we didn't know you was taking up culinary.
Yeah.
Long story short, they offered me a job. Then, they said once I got it, I could go ahead and transition and start cooking, and that's what I did.
Oh man, I love that, man. I love that, man. So for those of you that are tuning in, Mr. Clarence Robinson has his own business, Cooking with Comedy.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is very unique. You're not shy to the camera. You've been on TV.
Yeah, I have. I've been on TV, man.
Oh man. Oh man. Can you tell us like a little bit about, where like which show, like,
Of course. Yeah, so man, this thing about life, you create your own destiny. You write down what you want to happen, you create it, and you go with it.
Yeah.
That's what I did, right?
Yeah.
So I created Cooking with Comedy, 2 good things for the body. Boom. And so
Nice.
one show that I was on was Cutthroat Kitchen off of Food Network.
Okay.
That's where the cooking came in, and it was a gift. I think it was 2014 when I went. And so, and then after that, I was also on America's Funniest Home Videos. I made top 10 countdown with the comedy.
Wow.
See what I'm saying? So,
Get out.
so I always say I'm gonna be a household name. I always say that, put that down. And so that's what happened. I became a household name with my comedy with Food Network.
Yeah.
And then, of course, comedy, being on America's Funniest Home Videos. So,
Oh man, this is wild, man, because like you have such an interesting background, man.
Yeah.
Someone that is from Asheville, literally going through hardships,
Yeah.
ups and downs, highs and lows, and then to make that full transition into successful business owner. Can we touch on just like a little bit of your overall background? Some of those like hardships, some of those like actual struggles, since I think that there are youth that are going through things and they may feel like, man, I don't know if I can make it. I don't know what to do. And your story is so powerful. Can we just touch on like a little bit of those like hardships, kind of like growing up?
Right.
And what was that moment in your life that you said, okay, man, I gotta make a change. I gotta do something different?
Yeah. So man, my hardships and stuff started early, but also my family, like my mother knew that I was a blessed child at an early age too.
Wow.
One of my great grandmother told her, that I was gonna be a special child and to look after me, when I was a baby. And so, but that being said, I was attacked a lot, and making a couple of wrong decisions in my life. But man, long story short, so I was a leader, but leaders do make following decisions.
Of course.
So I started following when I was about 12 years old. That's when I probably jumped off the porch. Mother was doing a good job raising us right. Me and I got an older brother, 3 years older than me. But I took it on myself to want to be in the streets, to want to make, to want to be a grown man at an early age. And running with the labels too, because through school I was labeled. I was labeled BEH, behavioral emotional handicap, and all of these labels. I rode the little short bus and all that. So I kind of ran with the image.
I've been there, done that too.
Ran with
man.
everything
Yeah.
that was given to me from society, and on top of, my trying to find myself. So hopping off the porch at 12, doing all kind of stuff, chasing, stealing cars, wanting, making money, and just kind of just being all over the place with my energy, because I was energetic, but I was a people person, so I was all, and so that kind of, and then also the prayers, having a strong mother, man, to be honest, her prayers really got me through a lot of tough nights, tough times.
Trying to tell you, man, the prayers of the righteous,
Man.
man or woman prevaileth much,
Man,
It's a
listen,
fact, yeah.
man, and
That's a
seeing a
fact.
lot of folks going through, in the community. So, seeing a lot of things happen, but always knowing that I had a talent. I was always gifted. I can always make people laugh. People cling to me when I walk in the room. I lit up the room and stuff like that. And so putting that all into the mix with finding what I wanted to do as a career, not growth part, but go green opportunities. I had an older brother that used to make me come and do, work in his yard and stuff like that kind of kept me on that focus path. Dwayne, his name is Dwayne Barton.
Okay, shout out
Dwayne.
Dwayne Barton, yes sir.
So I'm in his yard busting knuckles, like busting weed, busting out big old tree stumps and all kind of stuff, doing stuff around West Asheville, Burton Street.
Yeah.
And so that kept me with my work ethic, and just keep, not giving up on my stuff, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. This is something, man. I remember reading that you got the chance to meet President Barack Obama.
Oh yeah.
How was that?
Obama's hands, soft hand. He had some nice. That man hands look. That's one thing I'll never forget.
Yeah.
The way his whole demeanor, but his handshake. I'm thinking I had to come in hard.
Right.
So before I get to that,
Yeah, yeah,
Grove
go
Park
ahead.
Inn. I think he came to Grove Park Inn around it was 2012, 2011, 2010, right around that time. And so they had a dinner, his party. They had a dinner and stuff. And so this was before I actually got my culinary, but I was in there. I could help and go in and help cook in the kitchen, Chef Lou and all of them.
Yeah.
And so I was in there. We cooked. We did the plate up. I believe it was a plated meal. And so he wanted to meet everybody that had cooked the meal, the staff and everybody. So we all lined up, the servers, the chefs, and everybody lined up in the back hallway. And him and the security folks, they came through the line, and he shook everybody's hand.
Wow.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Just thank you. And I came in hard, I go in, I'm like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Because, he got the security behind it. So I'm already thinking, like, he gonna come in hard. He got backup. I'm thinking he gonna come in strong. That man came in real slant. I had to lean back and say, well, I had to ease up off of him.
You had to calm down a little bit.
Down, man. But yeah, it made me feel like I was imagining like that. That's how Snoop Dogg's hand feel too. Yeah. But it was a man, and so just like, and not only Obama, I met cook for Deepak Chopra.
Okay. Okay.
Don Chill.
Wow. Okay.
Michael Jai White. I made the omelet for him. I almost got
Spawn. Spawn.
Yeah, the black spawn. Man, listen, he made the server come and get me. He said, listen, go get whoever made my omelet. They had an omelet station in Grove Park, probably like this, about this size. And so I'll make omelet for the guest. She came and got it for him. He was kind of sitting in the cut.
Right.
So she came running over there. She was like, this famous guy this famous guy wants to meet you. So I'm like, man, so I walk over there, man, I'm working. Like, I walk over there, and then I'm looking, it's him. He say, man, I go over there, he say, man, that was the best omelet I had in my life. That's how he was talking, like he was on his tippy toes. She was looking at, I say, man, he about to man, that was the best omelet I had in my life. So I'm like, bro. So he said, get you a picture. I say, man, I can't take no pictures, man. They say you can't take pictures with famous people, nobody in the guest. Yeah. And so he said, man, you go get this picture, man. So I took a picture.
Yeah.
Took a picture with him.
I mean, if Spawn tells you to take a picture,
so, you go get this picture.
You go get this picture.
You go get this picture. Oh, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I will, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man, I love that, man, because like I feel like a lot of people don't realize that your background the hardships, the highs and lows, ups and downs, that shapes you into the man that you are, but it can also prep you for what's in store for
That's
you.
right.
And so, just to kind of like close it out, like the last question I wanted to throw at you is for any high schooler that is tuning in right now,
Yeah.
right? Um, and they are under pressure and they don't know exactly what to do, right? They may have certain talents, they may have certain gifts, and they're like, I
Yeah.
don't know what I should be doing. You know, what is your advice to them tuning in right now?
Man, the thing is not to give up on you.
Mm.
No matter the obstacles, no matter the hurdles, you got to keep pushing. Me, myself, I started off wanting to be a hustler, a gangster, rapper.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? I didn't even, chef wasn't the first thing on my mind. I knew I
Right.
liked food and I had that whisper, it was planted in us.
Yes.
Thing is, it's always planted in you what you're gonna be and how you're gonna be and how you're gonna get there. But the obstacles is gonna be there. That's a part of life. But your job is to get over the hurdles, get over the obstacles, and to keep pushing. That's what I did until I found my gift. I had to slow down. I had to get away from folks that was holding me down. Even myself, I had to slow myself down for all the needs in the worldly thing, because the world would have us blinded and trapped off in things that would miss our gift. We would lose friends and family sometimes, trying to find our gift and find ourselves because we are trying to please people in the world.
Yeah.
So we must be still. You got to be still, young man, young woman. Be still.
Wow. Wow.
So and work through your obstacles, because troubles don't last always, brother. And I'm living proof.
Oh
I'm living
man,
proof.
that's awesome. And so now you have your own business,
Yeah.
your own food truck.
Yeah.
I've already tasted the food. It's
Yeah.
so good.
Thanks, brother.
I had it, pause. And it was good. You know what I'm saying? And one thing that I love is that you stay true to who you are.
Absolutely.
Like, there's no changing, there's no, like, trying to edit, there's no, "Well, let me fit in because I have this, or I'm doing this now." No, you are you,
Yeah.
and I feel like just being genuine like that is so authentic, and people are attracted to that,
Yeah.
you know? Oh, man, I love that, man. Clarence, man, thank you so much, man, for taking time out of your very busy schedule, you know what I mean, to come up here to join us, at Goodwill.
Yeah.
For those of you tuning in, thank you for tuning in, and we will see you guys later. Take care.
Peace.